Come to the fourth problem. Before that, after 1 to 3rd problems are related to the basic general entities in our first chapter. Out of the 1 to 3rd problem, definitely we will get 5 entries in our final examination, part B of accounting. And come to the fourth problem. Fourth problem is not similar to the 1 and 2 and 3rd problem. This fourth problem is completely opposite to the first 3 problem, because of the fourth problem is indicating some of the logics to represent the transaction into entry. Before that, we have to identify the transaction is having to follow the 3 rules or not. Again, we have to follow the transaction is having the complete payment on the day, or the payment is having any future credit amount. Future credit amount is nothing but we are purchasing some of the things about into our business organization. After purchasing, we are not paying complete amount on our purchasing transaction. We are paying some of the amount in through the check and some of the amount paid by in cash. So that type of transactions are relating to the fourth problem. After 1 to 6 problems, definitely we will get any 2 transactions into our final examination. Clearly I am explaining in the fourth problem, definitely we will get 1 to 2 transactions in our final examination. Because of the one transaction, 2 transactions definitely will come in the final examination. Before that, the 2 transactions are having multiple ways. So multiple ways is nothing but paid some of the amount in check, but clearly not mentioned remaining in paid by cash. So that's the reason we have to find the transaction is having the complete payments on the day or any changes in the transaction. Now let us start the fourth problem. Now I am reading the problem. Write the journal entries in the books of manufacturing company 2019. So manufacturing company 2019 is relating to the April 1st. So it starts from business start with cash 1 lakh. So whatever may be the day that will be starts from first to date, definitely we have to write. Already in our previous 3 problem we are discussing about first to date transaction that goes to the transaction into the entry as cash account data to capital account. Once again I am repeating, whatever may be the problem, the day starts from the first, definitely the transaction is goes to be entry as cash account data to capital account. So cash account data to capital account is not following to satisfy the personal account, real account, nominal account. Just I am giving a clear indication how to write the first day transaction, whatever it will be in transaction stage. So now we have to draw the pro forma. Write the heading journal entries in the books of which company we are creating journal entries? Manufacturing company. (2019) April. Now fulfill the columns. First column goes to date. Date is nothing but we have to write year, month as well as day wise transaction date column. And next column goes to particulars. Particular is nothing but it is the entry posting space. And next one is LF number. LF number is nothing but ledger folio number. We know the meaning of LF number, means ledger folio number. After each and every transaction will be converted into journal entry. Each and every journal entry is again posting into the ledger balances. And next column goes to debit amount and credit amount. So after that we have to write the first transaction 2019 April 1st. What about our first transaction entry as cash account data to capital account. What the first transaction is 1 lakh. Narration being business started with cash. And come to the second problem, that is purchase machinery payment through check. The worth of value is 50,000. After the first transaction, every transaction must be satisfy the three rules. Now I am explaining the transactions into our three rules. Purchase, machinery, payment through check. We have to satisfy personal account, real account and nominal account. And come to the first rule that will be there in our transaction or not. That is personal account. Again we have to remember personal account is relating to which type of transaction. Just we have to assume in our brain the personal account is relating to which transaction. So which type of transaction is nothing but the transaction is must be have name of the person. Here we don't have any name of the person. So we have to cancel the personal account. So we have to cancel the personal account because of the transaction is not having any name of the person. And come to the second rule that goes to real account, and the real account is relating to the transactions of sales, cash and asset. Here we don't have any sales. So come to the second one, cash. Here we don't have any cash, but the check is given. Check will be converted into bank. Bank is nothing but it is a worth value. Worth value is nothing but each and every bank is consist of doing various financial transaction. Financial transaction is nothing but every transaction is must be in a process of cash way only. That's the reason we have to convert the check as a bank. After the bank, each and every bank convert into worth value. Worth value is nothing but cash based system. And come to the real account, already we have second example here. So we are indicating the transaction is goes to second rule of real account. Again we have one more condition also, asset. In our transaction, machinery is also called as asset. It is also goes to real account. And the worth of value is also goes to real account. Here we have two values in a first second rule. So we have to take any one rule that goes to asset. Because of the transaction rule, definitely we have to give according to our real account. If the transaction is having any multiple transaction in our any base of accounting system, definitely we have to take whatever may be the transaction is having multiple names, but we have to take the property as a first condition to the each and every rule. So here we have machinery, here we have check. Check we have to cancel, then we have to consider the machinery as a asset, then we have to take it will be in debit side. So why I am debiting the machinery? Because of we are purchasing machinery. According to the real account, whatever may be comes into the organization, that will be goes to debit side. Here we have to see one real account goes to the cash, sales, cash, asset. Here we have machinery as an asset, so we have to indicate it is goes to real account. Under the real account comes in is there in debit side. That's the reason I am debiting the machinery according to the rule of real account. Because of machinery is comes in, now I am transferring the machine into debit system, and we have to cancel real account also. After the completion of a rule, then we have to cancel the account and come to the next one that will goes to nominal account. Nominal account is relating to expenses. Expenses is nothing but payment paid, purchase. These are all come under into our expenses. Here we have purchase. Purchase is nothing but it is a payment of expenses. Expenses are there in nominal account. Under the nominal account, debit side we have to write expenses. Again we have two conditions. Expenses goes to debit side of nominal account we have. Again we have to take two conditions to satisfy the transaction. Machinery is purchasing, machinery is also comes in. It will goes to also debit side. We are purchasing, we are paying cash. Cash is nothing but it is a expenses. Expenses according to the nominal account, expenses also debit side. Here we have debit side. But assume our third problem, our second problem, whatever may be the transaction is having a multiple times of debit system, whatever may be the debit system having any transaction, we have to take the debit transaction is having any property or any asset. Here we have two debit values. So under the debit values we have to give first preference to our assets. Now I am cancelling the purchase and considering the machinery according to the rule of real account. Not only rule of real account, according to the rules of accounts, we have to give if any transaction is having debit system multiple times, we have to give first preference to any asset is there in our transaction. That's the reason I am taking the machinery as debit system and come to the nominal account again. So sorry, it is already completed. Again come to back forward of the real account. Purchase, missionary, payment through check. Payment is nothing but it is also goes out. We are paying cash in terms of check to the person. So the check is goes out. Check is goes out. Again we have to remember goes out is there in which type of tool. We have to assume goes out is there in credit side of real account. Goes out is there in credit side of real account. We have to indicate it as credit one. So already we are identified two system. First one is debit system as missionary. Credit side it is goes out as a check. Check will be given in our transaction. It will be converted into bank according to the rules of account. If the transaction is payment through check, check will be converted into bank. Here we have check, then I am going to convert it into bank. Now we have to transfer the entry. Missionary account data. Missionary account data to bank account. I am indicating in bracket check account. The worth of second transaction is 50,000. Narration being purchase missionary, paid in check, and come to the third third transaction. Third transaction, sold goods for cash